Imagine the most powerful man in the ancient world. An emperor, leader of armies, judge of nations. His name was Marcus Aurelius. He had the world in his hands, but his real battlefield wasn't the empire's borders, it was his own mind. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, battled anxiety every day, not because of barbarian invasions, but because of thoughts. If you live under the crushing weight of tomorrow, this man who lived almost 2,000 years ago holds the key to your inner calm. The secret isn't avoiding worry, it's destroying it at the root. This is your meditation. This is the journey with the hidden meaning toward an unperturbable mind. The wisdom that guides us today didn't come from a formal treatise for the public. It came from an intimate journal. The book Meditations is living proof that Stoic philosophy, for Marcus Aurelius, was a daily exercise, a practice in self-mastery. He didn't write about theory. He wrote about the practical struggle against stress, chronic pain, and the pressure of ruling. He shows us that anxiety isn't a problem for those with too much free time. It's a problem for those with responsibility. And most of us today suffer from the same affliction. He saw anxiety as a preoccupation, anticipating evils that, in the overwhelming majority of cases, never arrive. He was clear, your suffering comes from your imagination about the future. And he asks us, why steal your present with a future that's still just a mental ghost? The anxious mind is one that refuses to live in the only moment it has, the present. Marcus Aurelius understood the essence of wasting time. He saw the loss of vital energy in focusing on things that, ironically, don't even exist yet because the future is uncertain. The future, as he saw it, is a void of power. And anxiety becomes a vicious habit. It's the comfort in worrying. It's a form of false productivity, where you feel like you're doing something by worrying. But you're not. You're just burning yourself out. The wise person focuses on action. The anxious one focuses on predicting pain. Marcus Aurelius warns us, life isn't a rehearsal for the future. What you lose by worrying about tomorrow is your ability to act with excellence and peace today. The cost of that escape is your own life. The first step to mastering anxiety is building an impregnable fortress inside yourself. The Stoic doesn't need to flee to distant mountains or islands. Their safest refuge is their own mind. Marcus Aurelius invites us, turn back to yourself. Whenever anxiety strikes, whenever the voice of worry rises, close the door to your senses and retreat. This inner refuge isn't a place to escape. It's a place for impartial judgment. In it, you can separate the fact from the emotional story your mind is creating. The problem with anxiety is that the anxious mind identifies with the panic. But you are not your panic. You are the calm observer who can see the panic. Use your refuge to remember, this is just a thought. It has no power over me. Marcus Aurelius's main technique for breaking anxiety is radical focus on the duty of the present. Anxiety paralyzes because it sees the whole picture. Stoic wisdom focuses on the part. If the weight of the future feels overwhelming, narrow your focus. Ask, what is my duty right this moment? Not tomorrow's duty, but now. Wash the dishes, reply to the email, read one page. The satisfaction of virtuous action done in the present destroys the need to control tomorrow. You're not chasing success, you're chasing excellence in the act itself. When you fulfill a small duty with excellence, you regain faith in your ability to do the next one. And that's how, act by act, the future gets built and anxiety falls away. Remember the emperor's lesson. Don't disturb yourself with things in the future, because you'll face them, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason that today arm you against the present. Marcus Aurelius advises us to analyze the nature of each fear. Modern anxiety doesn't come from real danger. It comes from fear of losing reputation, money, or comfort. He teaches us to confront those fears by calling them by name. Practice the examination of death, and the fear of loss fades. You are mortal, everyone is. Your possessions are temporary. Accepting this nature destroys the anxiety of trying to protect what's inherently impermanent. And crucially, fight the fear of others' judgment. The main source of modern anxiety is what people think. Marcus Aurelius was emperor, but he said, "Don't care about others' opinions as long as you act rightly." Your peace can never, under any circumstances, depend on what the masses think. They don't live your life or die your death. Your only concern should be your own integrity. This is the most powerful principle Stoicism offers us. Suffering, anxiety, pain, they don't come from the event itself. They come from our interpretation of it. The event is neutral. It's your judgment that makes it bad. The Stoic practices withdrawal of judgment. My flight is delayed is a fact. The universe hates me is an anxious judgment. Marcus Aurelius would say, "Withdraw the judgment and you'll withdraw the suffering." The pain is a fact. The suffering is a mental choice. Use brutal objectivity. Describe the event in purely factual terms, without emotional adjectives. My boss criticized me, fact versus I'm a failure, judgment. Anxiety feeds on the story. Kill the story and anxiety starves. When we're anxious, our problems feel like the center of the universe. Marcus Aurelius used the technique of the view from above. It's the mental exercise of shrinking the importance of your worry by placing it on the scale of the cosmos. Imagine yourself rising up. Above your house, your city, your country, the planet. Your problems matter only to you, and for a short time. On the scale of eternity, your anger over an email is dust. The cosmic perspective destroys the arrogance of suffering, which makes you think your pain is the only thing that matters. Remember, you are a human being, and anxiety is part of the human experience. Your pain is small, but you're connected to a greater whole. This human connection eases the isolation and the individual burden. Anxiety, at its core, is a refusal to accept reality. The ultimate antidote is a more fatty, or love of fate. It's not just accepting what can't be changed, it's loving that it happened. That's radical. It means the anxious obstacle becomes your path. The difficulty is the opportunity. The Stoic doesn't wish things were different. They want them exactly as they are. This acceptance destroys the inner conflict that's the fuel of anxiety. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that once you launch the action, the outcome is out of your hands. Think of the archer and the arrow. The archer controls the aiming and releasing. After that, the result belongs to fate. Your peace lies in having done your part with excellence and accepting the arrow's trajectory. Calm is built at the start of the day. Marcus Aurelius's morning ritual is the mental armor you need. Upon waking, he prepared for the worst. He expected to encounter irritating, ungrateful, envious, deceitful people. By expecting it, he stripped away the power of surprise and irritation. He wasn't caught off guard. He was ready. You don't expect gravity to stop working, so why expect people to stop acting like people? And then he reminded himself of the call to duty. I was born for work and contribution. The body serves the soul, the reason. Get up and fulfill your duty. Your bed is a luxury. Your mind is your mission. This simple shift in focus destroys morning inertia, which is a subtle form of anxiety. What is the result of living by Marcus Aurelius's philosophy? The harvest of peace. For him, happiness wasn't a state of euphoria. It was the absence of inner conflict. It's being good at what you're doing right now. Peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the unshakable presence of principles. A quiet mind is the only mind strong enough to withstand chronic anxiety. This peace is your true, unstealable resource. No external force, whether financial crisis or a stranger's criticism, can take it away. You are the master of your mind. You are the emperor of your inner kingdom, and your greatest achievement is calm under pressure. Anxiety isn't a demon. It's a mental habit fueled by imagination and refusal to accept reality. You can break that habit one thought at a time. Start now. Return to your inner fortress. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom is your weapon. Use it. If this philosophy brought you a moment of calm, subscribe to the hidden meaning to continue this journey. Leave the word fortress in the comments to seal your commitment to inner peace. Until the next dive into ancient wisdom.